What you're about to see is what happens to houses here in Brevard County that make the sheriff's high-intensity target list.
I'm your Melbourne community correspondent, James Sparvero. That was just a little bit of Sheriff Wayne Ivey's video here on Seneca Drive that millions have watched now, watching the demolition of what the sheriff's office says was a squatter house. I was on this street back in March. I was working across the street talking about this house full of trash. And now the sheriff says this house is next on the demolition list. That has neighbors who we spoke to very excited.
It feels like we're getting our neighborhood back.
One less house with squatters at a time. Like April O'Neill, I met Dewey Shattuck in March, who was just as frustrated.
We're at our end. We don't know what more to do.
Because no matter how many times neighbors say they complained about trash or drugs, nothing changed. In this house, neighbors told me the owner died, so there was no one to give deputies permission to kick the squatters out. So how in just a matter of 6 months did things change?
We just kept on it.
And April says with help from County Commissioner Rob Feltner, the house is now going to a foreclosure auction. Commissioner Feltner told me he'd like to see it cleaned up and bring in some new good neighbors to the street. As April understands the process, the house could also be knocked down, just as Sheriff Ivey mentioned, once the auction happens next week.
That's when the bank is supposed to buy it and take possession of the property. And according to the Sheriff's Department, they have permission to do the same thing to that home as soon as that happens. Ecstatic, honestly. With the house gone, there's nowhere else for people to squat.
In Brevard County, I'm your Melbourne community correspondent, James Sparvero, News 6.